Hey y'all, this is Jen, and this is a very special video about my family. And I truly do have an awesome family. I mean, I really do. My great-great-grandparents, Granville and Jemima, were wonderful people. I mean, I never got to meet them because they both passed away long before I was even born. But according to my mom Margaret, my Aunt Reba, and my Aunt Jarlene, they were truly amazing people. They were actually both farmers, and my family comes from a long line of farmers. Everyone actually called my great great grandmother Jemima Ma. I mean, that was just the name that everybody called her. According to my mom Margaret, my Aunt Reba, and my Aunt Jarlene, my great great grandmother was an amazing cook. I mean, according to my mom Margaret, my Aunt Reba, and my Aunt Jarlene, my great great grandma Jemima's biscuits, cookies, and cakes were the best. I mean, she truly was an amazing woman. She and Granville actually lived in the house on the rock, and it's actually called the house on the rock because the house actually sits on a solid rock foundation. My great grandma Annis actually grew up in that house with all of her siblings. Many, many children grew up in that house. There were many birthdays and Christmases celebrated in that house. My great great grandma Jemima actually passed away in the house on the rock. I mean, she wanted to die at home. She didn't want to die in the hospital. And so she died at home. She got her wish. And my great 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 aunt Nelia also passed away in the house on the rock. My grandma Gladys actually laid a corpse in the house on the rock, and so did my great uncle James. The house on the rock truly holds so many special memories for my family. Over the summer, my family and myself were actually able to travel to Allegheny County, and I was actually able to get video footage of both the inside and the outside of the house on the rock, which was great because I didn't know if I would be able to get footage of the inside of the house because we didn't know if we were going to be able to go inside once we got there, but we were actually lucky enough to be able to go inside the house. So I was actually able to get video footage of both the outside of the house and the inside of the house. And I actually have the video footage uploaded to my channel if you're interested in seeing it. My great-grandparents, Annis and McKinley, were also farmers, and they also lived in the house on the rock, and they raised all of their children in that house. My Grandma Gladys married my Grandpa John, and together they had 4 children. My Aunt Reba is the oldest, and then the next oldest is my Uncle Mac, and he's also the only boy. And then next was my Aunt Gerline, and she's actually less than a year older than my Mom Margaret. And my Mom Margaret is actually the baby of the family. Unfortunately, my Grandma Gladys was sick a lot when my Mom Margaret, my Aunt Reba, my Aunt Gerline, and my Uncle Mac were growing up. And unfortunately, she spent a lot of time in the hospital. My Grandpa John and my Grandma Gladys were both farmers, and my Grandpa John was a very hard-working man. My Grandma Gladys was a very sweet, very kind, very loving person. According to my Mom Margaret, my Aunt Reba, and my Aunt Gerline, she was really an incredible person. I really wish that I would have been able to meet her, but sadly she passed away long before I was ever even born. I actually did get to meet my Grandpa John, though. My Grandma Gladys was an amazing cook. My mom has told me many times that my Grandma Gladys's homemade chicken and dumplings were the best. She also made an amazing homemade walnut candy. Every Christmas, my mom and myself actually makes my Grandma Gladys's homemade walnut candy. And everybody always loves it when we make it. It's delicious. My Uncle Mac was actually a musician, and he really was a great guitar player, and he was a fantastic singer. Sadly, my Uncle Mac passed away in 2012 after a long battle with cancer. My dad, Louis, actually grew up without his biological father. My Grandma Lula did get married, though, and my dad loved his stepdad like a father. They did become very close. My Grandma Lula and my dad's stepdad had my Aunt Wilma, which is my dad's baby sister. Sadly, my dad's stepdad passed away when my dad and my Aunt Wilma were very young. My dad and my Aunt Wilma actually did have an older brother, Daynard, and sadly he drowned when he was only 15. My mom and my dad grew up together, and they eventually fell in love and got married. And I truly am so very thankful that God blessed me with two such awesome parents, because I truly do have the best parents ever. My dad truly was a great man. I know that my dad truly loved my mom, and my mom truly loved my dad. Every day my dad would tell me and my brother Frank that he loved us, and every day we would tell him that we loved him. And it's the same with my mom now. She tells us every day that she loves us, and we tell her every day that we love her too. I truly do think that it is important that you tell the people that you love that you do love them, because you never know how long you're going to have with that person. And you should tell the people that you care about just how much they mean to you while you have the chance to tell them. Because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen in your life. You never know what's going to happen to the people that you love. My dad was such a hard worker, and my mom is still a hard worker. I mean, they both wanted my brother and myself to have everything that we needed. And we always did. We always had what we needed. We always had great Christmases. My mom and my dad would make sure that my brother and myself always had a great Christmas. Even though we didn't have a lot of money, my mom and my dad always made sure that my brother and myself always had a great Christmas. My dad actually taught me how to make Eggs Benedict when I was really young. And he actually was a really good cook. Sadly, my dad passed away in 2005. He had heart disease and he had diabetes. And he ended up going into a coma and he never came out of it. And his death was really difficult for the entire family. My mom is the sweetest, kindest, most wonderful person that I know. I mean, she truly is an amazing person. She's a very caring person. She loves animals and she loves children. And she actually cares about people. And I think that's really amazing of her. She is truly an incredible woman. I mean, she truly is my best friend because I know that I can talk to her about anything. If anything's going on in my life or if I need to talk to somebody about anything, I know that I can always talk to my mom about it. And she's always there for me, no matter what. She's always there for me. My mom truly is an amazing cook. Her homemade cakes they are fantastic. I love being in the kitchen with my mom because we have so much fun just coming up with new recipes and testing out new recipes. My brother Frank is truly an awesome man. He really is. And he and I have always been close, and I hope that we'll always be close. I don't want our relationship to ever change. I want us to remain close. He really is an awesome big brother. He's actually very protective of me, but I really don't mind that he is protective of me. I mean, any big brother would be protective of their baby sister. He actually likes to hunt and fish. I personally don't like to go hunting because I just wouldn't be able to kill an animal. But when he does kill something, we always eat the meat. And we do eat the fish when we go fishing. But my brother truly is an amazing man. He really is a fantastic person. He's very caring and he's very kind. And I truly am very lucky that I have such an awesome big brother. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing the pictures of my family. And please stay tuned for more videos soon. Bye-bye, and God bless.